Hi, I'm Kamal Fisher, and welcome to another segment of the Sequoia Spotlight. I'm here today with Index CEO, Mr. Todd Davis, and joining us is Hyla Division CEO, Mr. Nick Meddy. Welcome, guys.
Hello, Kamal. Nice to see you again.
Excellent seeing you as usual, Todd. So we know that Index specializes in cannabis and CBD products. Now, as one of the first 8 companies to be publicly traded in the space, what would you say sets you apart to be one of the pioneers in the industry?
One is we started off at looking at the plant first. So we wanted to create plant-based products, functional wellness products, healthy products, and even to the point where it could work as a medicine in the future. So we applied science to the plant, and we created products around that. And we knew that if we could figure out dosing and effective delivery systems for these plant-based molecules, then we could assemble a company that could grow over time and have a lot of longevity and support because the products would actually work. It wasn't gimmicky, it wasn't the fad, it wasn't the latest trend. Does it work or not? And when we built that out and we figured out how to deliver plant-based molecules into the human body for therapeutic value, that's what made the difference right there.
Game changer sounds like it. So obviously a lot of changes were needed to be implemented. How would you say you've graduated through your compliance and technology?
Compliance and technology has been the root of the whole piece. You know, when you looked at the cannabis industry from day one, it was a nightmare. People were literally taking notes on napkins, and that was their Excel spreadsheet. Right. Nobody wanted to share with whatever anybody else was doing, and the states didn't know how to build compliance platforms. So we initially started off helping and consulting and supporting that type of platform to start building on top of. Because we've done that, it allows us to stay ahead of all aspects of compliance, all aspects of regulatory guidance that the feds may or may not produce, but we're able to build that platform so other companies comply equally. And that is also what brings Hyla to the table and why it's important also. They're in a highly regulated industry that requires compliance.
Fantastic. And we're looking forward to hearing more about Hyla in just a second when we get to Mr. Nick Meddy. But first, we want to know what attributes to your position as a leader in the supplying and manufacturing of this retail space, the mass retail space?
This came down to personnel. We engaged with people who were experts in the field, Walgreens executives, retired people from the industry that have seen every type of fad and phase of product growth and technology that comes into mass retail. If it's just a fad, if it's a pet rock, you can only sell so many rocks. But if you can sell something that people will rebuy again and again, and it becomes brand loyalty, that's how we built around that guidance. And with that type of personnel and that type of people that we've been able to incorporate into our company and our growth, that allows us to land on shelf for one, and then stay there. Staying there is critical because you have to show growth. You have to meet the metrics required to stay on that shelf to be a successful company. And a lot of the companies that came into cannabis were the me too. I've got a product, mine's better than yours. And it just didn't work out. If you didn't have real business acumen and applying these products to these systems, it was a recipe for disaster.
100% visibility, very important there. So having said that, where are your products stocked?
We're now in 2022 was a good growth year for us. We're in Walgreens. We're in almost nationally now. There's a few states that still aren't live. We're in CVS stores in about 1,000 stores there. We're in Target stores, about 400 stores there. We just entered into Amazon, so we're still in the testing and the beta phase there. We've got now access points to about 13 countries through Amazon. So we'll be nurturing that platform over the course of 2023. And we're in the final stages of getting approval into the Kroger platform, which if they're successful buying Safeway and Albertsons, we'll have access to 30 to 40 different grocery chains over the next 2 years with our products there.
Awesome. So as a segue into this exciting new Hyla product, we see that Index has surpassed record annual revenues in the first fiscal quarter, starting October 1st, of course. So can you tell us more about that? And firstly, congratulations. It's an achievement.
It's very exciting. We've been grinding it out in the CBD space since 2015. And as exciting as the market was, it became saturated. You couldn't pinpoint, you couldn't rifle your focus into being one successful thing or another. So through that perseverance, we've been able to be successful there. When we identified and were introduced to Hyla, they had plant-based formulations like we do. It was a natural fit there. The exciting part was the tobacco industry is going through changes. Nicotine is still the big issue out there. And if you're found to be marketing to kids or your programming and visibility is towards the youth, the federal government pushes back on it. And there was a big move in the past couple of years to remove nicotine-based products off the shelf in mass retail stores or stores that young people have a lot of access to. The Hyla products are plant-based and they don't have addictive qualities to it, and they certainly don't have nicotine in it. So this was a natural fit for us. And as the space on shelf opens up, as they pull off the nicotine products, that's an opportunity for us. And that's where Hyla fits in. And it is a lot greater demand for this product than we actually imagined in the beginning. So in the first, this is international, this is domestic. They're all having a problem with the nicotine products going forward. So non-nicotine Hyla products fill in that niche. There's a huge demand for it, and the market opportunity for us was perfect.
Awesome. And it does seem very intuitive that we'd want to move away from a more dependent product or dependent component of that product to something more plant-based and healthier, so to speak. So I'm going to direct this to Nick. Can you please just highlight a little more about the actual composition? We understand it's non-nicotine, but what else is Hyla product made up of?
Absolutely. Thank you. That's a great question. Our product is made basically with plant-powered vegan formula with amazing flavoring. So our customer is really enjoying our product. We have quite a bit of repeat customers, over 40% repeat customers on our product. We are in 8 different countries outside US, and our product is growing month over month. Our sales been enormously growing.
Excellent. Now, I can only imagine the legwork that must be put in to get government approvals as you're branching out into different countries. What has that experience been like for you, and how are they responding?
So responsive is pretty great. We're in 8 different countries. Some countries are a lot easier to launch the product versus other countries. We've been working on Italy for last 9 months, and finally we got approval, and we're launching Italy in 2 weeks from today. So we're really excited about Italy. Italy is a huge market, and one of the distributor we're working with is the exclusive distributor to Juul. So we're working with brand new distributors, national branded distributors, and our product is very well received internationally too.
Wonderful. Touching on Juul, we know that they were pulled from the shelves just recently. How does that association and the knowledge of that impact the partnership you're trying to have here?
So that's the perfect way to partner up as a lot of products getting pulled from the shelf. It's a best spotlight for us to backfill those shelf spaces. Consumer demand is growing on our product without the nicotine. The future of vaping is non-nicotine, and we just have a head start on our competitors. We're winning. We're winning all the market share on a daily basis, and we're excited about 2023. As Todd mentioned, the first quarter we already surpassed the entire year of our sales from previous years. So we're excited about 2023.
Wonderful. Nick, thank you so much. It's exciting to see that the Italian market's opening such significant opportunities. Just to get a bit more detailed on that, Todd, I want to hear more about the 6 million in 60 days. Can you elaborate on those numbers for us?
Absolutely. This is the exciting part. When you're building a business, you're using for small increments. You're trying to grow out and you're trying to build your business. And with the excitement around the Hyla product, the stores that are buying it, the distributors that are buying these products, they're not just buying the minimum. They're trying to fill the order. They're trying to fill a lot of space that's available right now in a market. There's nothing to fill it with. So when we do $6 million in 60 days, the first 4 orders that Hyla generated post acquisition were for that over $6 million. That is historically, we've only done $1.2 to $1.4 million on our best year in CBD sales. So this new incremental product is accelerating the growth and putting us back on track to where we thought we were going to be pre-COVID. So as we're accelerating into a $20 million a year company, $50 million a year company, this product has leapfrogged all of our expectations and our disappointments for the last couple of years. So I look at a $6 million opening order as also the potential to double that order on an annual basis. If they open up, the product is successful and they're pulling it through effectively, that $6 million can turn into $12 million annually, just like that. And that's what we're anticipating. As we bring on big distributors in big countries, we'll see bigger and bigger orders, 500,000, 1 million, $2 million unit orders that keep that pace. And then if it has a pull through anything greater than 40%, and we have rebuy rates of 40%, this company could be $100 million in less than 2 to 3 years and climbing. So you can see if we do $66 million every 60 days going forward, that's going to be a good indicator of how big the company can get and how fast it can get there.
Exciting indeed. Thank you so much. This was a wonderful roundup of the HiLab product. We're looking forward to hearing more in our follow-up interview. Todd Davis, Nick Mehdi, thank you so much from Index with the OTC ticker EDXC.